Hello class 12th. After discussing the long method of interest on drawing, means the calculation of interest on drawing, now we are going to discuss the numerical portion of shortcut patterns. Okay, earlier we have learned the shortcut methods and shortcut patterns of calculation of interest on drawing and long method of calculation of interest on drawing. Now we are going to discuss about the shortcut patterns of interest on drawing. Okay, so we will start with the numerical number 19a. Okay, in 19a what has been asked, in 19a Gopal is a partner in a firm. He withdrew 1000 per month regularly on the first day of every month during the year ended 31st March. 31st March for personal expenses. If interest on drawing is charged at the rate of 15% per annum, calculate the interest on drawing of Gopal. Here we have to calculate the interest on drawing. As earlier we have discussed, when the interest on drawing will be made at the beginning of every month, means fixed amount will be withdrawn by any partner or anyone in fixed method, means in the beginning of every month. Okay, so what we have to calculate, we have to calculate it for how much month? 6.5 months. As we have discussed all the patterns and all the calculation, how to calculate the average period. Okay, so the average period for the beginning of the month or beginning of the interest on drawing, that will be 6.5 upon 12. Okay, so if Gopal withdrawn rupees 1000 per month regularly on the first day of every month, means so during the year ended 31st March, for the personal expenses, if he is withdrawing the money, then what will be the interest on drawing? His interest on drawing will be calculated as follows, like 12,000 he is withdrawing every month, and at the rate of 15%, the interest on drawing will be calculated. Okay, and if as he is withdrawing on the first day of every month during the year, so the average period will be 6.5. Okay, so 6.5 will be divided by 12 and we'll get 975. Okay, so in this way the calculation of interest on drawing will be made. Okay, now move to the second question, that is 19b. In 19b, what is being asked? X, Y, Z are partners in a firm. You are informed that first X draws 4,000 from the firm at the beginning of every month. Y draws 4,000 from the firm at the end of every month. And Z draws 4,000 from the middle of every month. Okay, all the three conditions are given in this question. So how to calculate this? Let's see. Okay, in first situation, the first case is given. In first case, what is being asked? The interest on drawing of X. X draws at the beginning of every month. So if anyone is withdrawing the amount in the beginning of every month, so how much we have to calculate? The average period will be 6.5. Okay, the average period will be 6.5 months. So 48,000 he is withdrawing. So 48,000. See, the question is saying he draws 4,000 from the firm at the beginning of every month. So 4,000 is if he is withdrawing. So 4,000 at the beginning. So throughout the year, how much he'll withdraw? He'll withdraw 4,000 into 12, like 48,000. Okay, the 48,000 he'll withdraw. For the 9%, the interest on drawing will be calculated, and for the average period 6.5. Why? Because he is withdrawing at the beginning of every month. Okay, let's see the second situation. The interest on drawing of Y, who draws at the end of every month. At the end of every month, so if he is withdrawing at the end of every month, so the average period will be 5.5. Okay, the average period will be 5.5. And so 48,000 into 9 upon 100 into 5.5 upon 12. And the answer will be 1980. Okay, now the third situation, the interest on drawing of Z, who draws at the middle of every month. Then if he is withdrawing in the middle of every month, then it will be calculated of 6 months. The average period will be of 6 months. So 48,000 into 9 upon 100 into 6 upon 12, and we'll get, right, 2100. we will get 2160. Okay, so as we have discussed in this question that what we have to do if the question is being asked for these three situations, means these three patterns, when the drawing will be made at the beginning of every month, when the drawing will be made at the middle of every month, and when the drawing will be made at the end of every month. So these are the patterns and these are the cases by which we have to calculate interest on drawing. Okay, let me repeat. For the beginning of every month, we have to calculate 6.5 for 6.5 months. Okay, and if the drawing has been made at the end of every month, we have to calculate it for 5.5. Okay, 5.5 months, and the interest on drawing will be made at the middle of every month. Then the interest will be calculated for the average period, that is 6 months. Okay, one thing you have to see in the question very carefully, children, that the question, the amount which is given in the question, that is per annum or it is on monthly basis. As you have seen in this question that the total amount was given for rupees 4,000, and 4,000 he is withdrawing at the end of every month whole year, or beginning of every month whole year, or middle of every month whole year. Okay, so in this way we have what we have done, we have calculated, we have multiplied it by 12 because he has withdrawn this amount whole year on a fixed pattern, right? So this thing you have to keep in your mind, that what is given in the question. Okay, so hopefully this concept will be clear because already we have discussed all the patterns in our previous video, and you can see that also. So next time we will meet with the next question, next interesting question. Till then, thank you. Hello class 12. In our next video, in previous video I have given you the solution. I have explained the 19 number question which is based on shortcut methods of calculating the interest on drawing. So after that we are going to start with the next question, that is question number 20. Here again 3 cases are given in the question, and this is based on quarterly basis, right? Means that we have to calculate the interest on drawing if the withdrawn is being in the beginning of each quarter, at the end of each quarter, and at the middle of each quarter. So here the question it is that calculate the interest on drawing of Mr. Aditya at the rate of 8%. See, 8% rate of interest is given for the year ended 31st March 2016 in each of the following alternative cases. The first case is given that if withdrawn has been made of 5,000 in the beginning of each quarter, right? 5,000 amount has been withdrawn. So first of all, we should keep this thing in our mind that how many quarters are there? 4 quarters, and the amount is being withdrawn according to first case, that is in the beginning of each quarter. Quarters are 4, so the amount is 5,000. So total drawings for the year will be 5,000 into 4, that will be 20,000. The total drawing will be 20,000, right? And as earlier in previous videos I told you how to calculate the average period. So when the drawings will be made at the beginning of each quarter, we have to calculate the interest on drawing for the average period of 7.5 months. Okay, so 7.5 months we have to calculate. So total drawing is 20,000. Rate of interest on drawing is given 8%, and the average period is 7.5 months upon 12. So after calculating these, we will get 1,000. Okay, right? So now the second case, the case number 2 is given that if he withdrew 6,000 at the end of each quarter, अगर वो 6,000 at the end of each quarter करता है, so first of all total drawings we have to calculate. The total drawings will be 6,000 into 4, and 6,000 into 4, that will be 24,000, right? And the rate of interest will be given 8%, 8 upon 100, and for the average period of time at the end of every month, that will be 4.5 upon every month, sorry, end of every quarter, right? End of each quarter, right? So we have to calculate it for 4.5 upon 12. Okay, then we'll get 720. Okay, and in the third situation, in the third case, he withdrew 10,000 during the middle of each quarter. During the middle of each quarter. So total drawing will be 10,000 into 4. That will be 40,000. Then 40,000 into rate upon 100, rate upon 100 into 6 upon 12. Because if the drawing has been made at the mid of each quarter, then 6 upon 12 means for the 6 month or average period time will be calculated at 6 months. So 6 by 12 and we get 16,000. Right? So in this way we have to get 16,000, no, 1,600. Okay. So in this way we have to calculate the interest on drawing when the amount will be withdrawn according to the pattern of quarters. Okay.